Welcome back. The details. As Egypt is celebrating the anniversary of the 10th of Ramadan victory, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi inspected the security checkpoints east of the Suez Canal. The president also met with the commanders and fighters of the 2nd and 3rd Army Divisions, as well as anti-terrorism forces. The Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces expressed happiness being among his fighters, hailing their combat readiness and will to sacrifice their souls for the sake of the nation. Also on Saturday, the head of state met with a number of Sinai tribe leaders where he asked them to stand a minute of silence on honor of the men who fell martyrs in Sinai for the sake of the country's stability and security. During the meeting, President el-Sisi honored several armed forces heroes who played a great and pivotal role in fighting terrorists. The Supreme Commander had a Ramadan iftar banquet with the men of the armed forces and was keen to exchange dialogue with all of them. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi signed Law Number 15 of year 2023 on legalizing the conditions of unlicensed industrial institutions. The law provides that the Industrial Development Authority may grant 1-year provisional permission for unlicensed industrial institutions within 3 years of the enforcement of the law. The President has also issued 3 decrees on state-owned lands. The laws are related to state-owned lands in the governorates of Cairo, Port Said, and Luxor. The laws were published in the official gazette on Saturday. First Lady Mrs. Intisar el-Sisi said on Saturday Egypt is celebrating the anniversary of the 10th of Ramadan, the day on which Egyptian army achieved a great victory that restored Sinai and the dignity of all the Arab nation. On her social media page, she greeted the Egyptian people and heroes and prayed for the martyrs who offered their souls for the sake of the country and who will let the country live in pride and peace. Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri received on Saturday Syrian counterpart Dr. Faisal al-Miqdad as they held a meeting discussing a number of issues of mutual concern. Al-Miqdad's visit to Egypt is the first of a Syrian official in more than a decade. Details. Egypt and Syria agreed to strengthen cooperation on Saturday during the first official visit by a Syrian foreign minister to Cairo in more than 10 years. This came as Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri received his Syrian counterpart, Dr. Faisal al-Miqdad. Foreign Ministry official spokesperson Ambassador Ahmed Abu Zaid said the 2 top diplomats agreed to intensify channels of communication between the 2 countries at different levels during the coming phase. Egypt also reiterated its backing for a comprehensive political settlement to the Syrian crisis as soon as possible. Abu Zaid said the visit witnessed a close meeting between the 2 ministers that was followed by an expanded meeting that gathered delegations from the 2 countries. The spokesman highlighted that the meeting tackled efforts exerted to help the Syrian people to regain their sovereignty and to face all challenges, as well as reaching a comprehensive solution to the Syrian political crisis. Shukri stressed that the political settlement is the only way to stop external intervention into Syrian affairs and preserve the rights of the people, maintain stability, eradicating all forms of terrorism, and pave the way for a safe return to Syrian refugees. The Egyptian minister also underscored Cairo's support to the efforts exerted by the UN Special Envoy to Syria and the importance of finalizing all measures to realize reconciliation among different sects. For his part, al-Miqdad extended his country's gratitude to the Egyptian ultimate support to Syria all over the years, as well as the humanitarian aid which flooded from Cairo to Damascus after the devastating earthquake that hit the country last month. Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shaya al-Sudani inaugurated the Karbala oil refinery, which has a production capacity of 140,000 barrels per day. Oil Minister Hayyan Abdel Ghani said it's the project the government hopes will reduce its dependency on imports. Despite its immense oil and gas reserves, Iraq remains dependent on imports to meet energy needs.
The minister said the refinery built by a joint South Korean firm can produce 9 million liters of fuel a day, equivalent to more than half Iraq's daily imports of 15 million liters. The Karbala refinery is the first to be built since the 1980s with such a capacity of production. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu